Welcome to Vibe Coding 101. I teach you things about vibe coding which AI isn't thinking about up front unless you ask it. So I'm here to save you a lot of headache. If you run a database, you really are going to want to listen to this. They are amazing because most of the world's applications run on some kind of a database which allows you to do really cool things. However, they come with a lot of issues. In some of my other videos, we've talked quite a lot about having a development environment and a production environment. So with databases, it's actually no different. You do not want to have one environment that you update live if you're vibe coding, because you don't know what you're doing and you can easily screw something up. And if there are real users on that site, you're going to screw everything up for not just you, but all your users, and they're going to hate you and never use your site again. So you split things up. Development environment locally, a production environment out in the cloud that's running your actual production code. It's no different with a database. You can run a database locally, or you can have your databases for development and production sit in the cloud, but they are two separate databases. They don't talk to each other. And the reason you need that is because when you're building out and testing your app, you want to make sure that things are working first before you push them to production. You've been doing that with your code anyway, I hope. With your database, you need to be doing the same thing. Let's say you have a house that you live in, and let's say you have a second house, a holiday home, an Airbnb. When you decide to renovate your Airbnb, so if no one's living there, you can do some fun things. You can knock down walls, redo plumbing, electricity, change a bathroom. No one's there, it doesn't actually matter. You're playing around with stuff. That's your development environment. When you're in your house that you live in, you can't go and just do everything at once because it causes problems. You can't get rid of the bathrooms because you need them to go to the toilet and shower. You can't just get rid of the kitchen easily unless you've got a temporary kitchen somewhere else, but you have to have space for that. This becomes quite problematic. That's your production environment, the house that you live in. You really don't want to have to make huge sweeping changes at once in a production database when there are real users in there doing stuff. So what do? You have your development environment, your second home that you go play around with. And that's where you decide, oh, okay, my app is now maturing. I need to add more features or more functionality. That's going to require a change to some of the columns and the tables that I use in my database. To make those changes, I do something called a migration, where I run a piece of code that effectively does something